Agenda. Thanks for staying with us. And SaSSA beneficiaries have been hit by a double blow. Firstly, SaSSA employees led by the Public Service Association went on strike that resulted in some grant beneficiaries not being able to draw out their money at ATMs at the beginning of the month. As though that was not enough, the Communication Workers Union now are going on strike after a deadlock with the Post Office and Telkom. Beneficiaries who have switched their accounts to the Post Office will again experience difficulties to access their money. The CWU has been granted a certificate to embark on industrial action before approaching the CCCMA to mediate in the dispute. And for more on this, we're joined by the Communications Workers Union President, Clyde. Mervin, Clyde, thank you so much for making the time.
Thank you very much, and good morning to your listeners, to your viewers.
Your considerations for SaSSA beneficiaries in terms of the impact of this industrial action on their ability to draw their grants?
First is that we first, when we went, before we even could go on strike, we raised the following issues with the South African Post Office. One, the issue of the SaSSA and how they will be able to handle the strike if it happens.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we could not agree and then went to a deadlock, went to CCMA. And obviously, we now have a certificate which we have a legal right to strike.
Yeah.
Workers made commitments that in 2015 they sacrificed an increase. In 2017 there was no increase. And now we're in 2018. Again, the Post Office says no increase. Now it means that the Post Office is used to not giving workers an increase.
Yeah.
Now our views have been very simple. We've made our demands. We said 12% increase for workers, backdated to the 1st of April, and then our second issue was convert all the half-day workers, which is permanent part-time workers, into full-time positions. Now we got stuck. Remember, I indicated 0%. The Post Office at the moment, when they came to CCMA, and we must say, they brought the CEO, the acting CFO, the group executive HR.
So a level of commitment from their part.
They brought a high level of delegation. Obviously, they made a demand. They made a offer of 6%.
Yeah.
Implemented 1st of August. Issue of conversion of workers, there was no commitment. Then they made a commitment they can take 200, but those 200 are based on conditions of FICA. There must be issues of FICA compliance because they will be doing financial services.
Yeah.
Now we totally rejected it. Yesterday we took, workers decided we must go to union buildings because they had a meeting. There was a meeting between the interministerial committee, which was led by the minister, which is Siyabonga Twele. So yesterday we went there. We wanted an audience.
So you were part of the 100-men march?
No, we had our own.
Okay, that was parallel.
Yes, parallel. Yes. So the indication, luckily, the numbers was very big. So when we arrived there, we had an opportunity to engage with the CEO.
Yeah.
However, we wanted to see the minister because the CEO, in his approach, lots of arrogancy. So when we brought in, luckily, then eventually the minister gave us the DG yesterday. The DG made a commitment that no, they will look at assisting the Post Office financially.
Why do you feel that the minister is arrogant?
No, not the minister, the CEO. I'm raising the issue of the CEO was arrogant in our engagement. Well, you know, when you engage with a CEO, the third party does not understand the rules of engagement, so he does not know how to really negotiate. But I think we appreciate his presence because at least he was giving us honest responses. However, we feel that government is also failing our people.
Clyde, if you put the personalities aside, the fact is that the Post Office has been struggling financially, and bringing the SaSSA account to the Post Office could revitalize the Post Office. Is that a consideration at all for your union?
We are in agreement with what you are raising because we were saying that once we have a contract of SaSSA, it means that there's growth in the Post Office. But one of the challenges is when the CEO made commitment to workers, he said to workers, please, last year, if I can get three projects, if I get SaSSA project, I get
one ticked off.
UNISA, you got it.
Yeah.
They got a bailout of 3.7 billion, so it was 3 tick-offs. Still, workers got 0% increase. And they made a commitment last year in CCMA. If you don't go on strike, we will do well to workers.
Yeah.
Now, here we are, last year, nothing. this year 6%.
Keep
and I
your
don't
promise.
think
You
workers
say they're
are
offering
unreasonable.
6%, and there's a whole lot of demands, but the main ones is the salary increase and the retaining of permanent part-time workers. Why are you not happy with the 6%?
Look, first the 6%, if you look what I've raised last year, 0%.
Yeah.
2015, 0%. Now we're at the stage where the company comes and say to us, want to offer you 6%. We are saying you can't offer 6%. Let's look at, we are 12%, let's look at the middle ground. Middle ground where we even said that we can move to 8% so that workers can be, and it must be backdated to the 1st of April. We also said to the post office, convert all these people to full-time. You'll recall in 2014 we had huge strikes.
That's another
around
long-term
casual
concern at the post office, the conversion
Yes.
of workers. Tell us how that works.
Look, what happens when positions are advertised? We said to the post office, you've got 3,721 half-day workers. We even said to them, let's agree that you convert all. If you can't convert all, let's do a phase-in approach. Phase-in for this year, you give us a total number, and then as in a year's time, we'll then convert the following people. But what becomes a bit dangerous for us is that the government is not intervening into the post office. If you recall, SAA has problems financially. Government have injected cash injection.
State-owned entities in general?
In general. The same as I raised the issue of Eskom. Government intervenes, cash injection, post office struggles.
But that's not sustainable, is it, if the organization is not profitable? You need to bring back profitability to the post office, isn't it?
The post office is to make profit. If government can just do their government businesses with post office, you won't ask for a bailout.
Yeah.
2, you'll recall the universal areas in the rural areas were giving free service. Now, government used to give post office grants to pay that.
Yeah, yeah.
As we are speaking now, they are not doing it. So if government goes back and pay those universal services which service the poor, I don't think post office will go and ask for a bailout, because some of the structural problems is great.
So where are your negotiations as we speak? Are you going to be going back to the CCMA, or are you totally embarking on a strike?
Look, as I speak to you, there's a total shutdown in the post office. But what I can assure you, after yesterday we asked for intervention, we now can confirm that tomorrow 2 o'clock we'll be having a meeting where the minister's office will be present.
Yeah.
It will be the board of the South African Post Office and the executive management. We want to find a solution. We said to ourselves, by Friday there must be a solution so that it can be back to business, so that the post office employees can go back and work, so that we can make sure that the beneficiaries, which is our elderly people, can be paid.
You've seen as well how protracted the Eskom negotiations have been. Do you have any hope at all that the post office situation can be resolved sooner?
Look, we've been engaging for a long time. We believe that if there's intervention and we've got processes, which there's intervention of the minister, the board and the executive management, we feel strongly that we'll be able to address. I think if they come prepared, we even said to them, we are prepared to engage with you even if it's in the morning hours, so that we can find a resolution, because at the end of the day, all of us are not going to benefit in the long protected strike.
Mr. Mervin, we really value your time and would like to talk some more, but as it happens, time is against us. But thank you so much for the time.
Thank you for your
time.
Clyde
Mervin is the president of the Communication Workers Union, talking about the industrial action at the post office.